It's muted. Muted. Just wave. There's audio.
All right, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, there's audio.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see how long it lasts.
We
There should be some audio, Cohen. Hold on.
We're like really off the map these days. Nobody can hear us. We're just like, this is like, you know what? This is symbolic of the month I'm having.
Yeah.
Can't hear anybody. Can't be heard. I'm fuzzy. Are we fixed?
Yeah, I think there's audio.
Okay.
Right, there should be audio. So funny.
Oh, disaster.
Okay, we're just gonna have.
Oh, great, and we have a bunch of people watching.
We're just gonna have really bad audio.
All right, so here we go. Now that everybody's completely confused, we have new equipment. It's January. We're doing new things, new software, and we're still working out the bugs. And normally we just cut it, go live again. And today we're just having a I don't give a friendly gesture sort of day. So here we go. All right, so much like our audio and our video and our chords and everything we're doing here today, we're going to talk about a topic that is sad.
Seasonal affective disorder, SAD.
Seasonal affective disorder, otherwise known as
SAD. Literally SAD.
The winter blues. So this is kind of a big topic for me because every year, because I have a lull in my work. I mean, I'm busy year round, but obviously never as busy right now like I am come,
Summer.
even after Valentine's Day, frankly. But so I get a little touch of the winter blues. It's kind of a combination of boredom. It's a combination of the freaking weather. And the cold and the gloominess. I hate it. Absolutely despise it. And the reason why that this is a topic for us today is because I feel like, I would say just this week, I've kind of come to this conclusion. I'm going to have a really transparent day here. Like everybody thinks, that I'm like this guy that's an overachiever and whatever. But man, I'm telling you, I have my moments. And this January, like just these last 3-4 weeks, they've been really shitty for me. How's that for blunt?
Yeah.
Like I'm in a good mood. It's business as usual. I'm healthy and eating okay. But just mentally, you want to know what I think some of it is?
What?
I'm sure there's an expression for it. And if there's not, somebody really smart will coin one after this is all over. I am culturally done with masks and corona strands and vax cards and basically people's bullshit online.
Yeah, you're
wear a mask. I'll wear a mask if you want me to. I'm cool with that.
But you're tired of the political
the
bickering back and forth,
right.
and
it's just
exhausting.
It is, and I'm just fed up with it. A lot of people struggle with relationship decisions this time of year, which I think is sort of ironic because the coldest month in St. Louis is February.
Yeah, which is Valentine's Day.
Which is Valentine's, right smack in the middle of the month too. And so I think it would be super, now that I've just completely exposed myself, I think it would be super helpful to share with people some encouragement and maybe some, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Because you're not locked in here. Like, you can do something.
Yeah, there's things you can do and habits that you can form that can really make a huge difference.
All right, so give us one. I have one that I'm starting on Monday.
So there is the one I know that is the most effective is red light therapy. And what happens at this time of year?
That's a great one.
The one that what happens during this time of year is a lack of sunlight, and especially you get a lack of red light. I mean, that's too technical for me right now. But long story short is it basically replaces that sunlight that you don't get during this time
Have
of
you
year.
done it?
A couple times.
Yeah.
And I use a sauna multiple times a week.
Interesting.
And then the red light therapy on top of that, it does make a huge difference. I do feel a lot different, but I will admit I do feel more positive out of a sauna than I do out of a red light. But the red light, I do feel like especially when you're during periods of time where you might be indoors.
Yeah.
For
which
basically the entire day.
Yeah. And in this dumpster fire that we're in right now, where people are, even now, are still pretty indoor.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. So I did red light. So I have psoriasis. It's a genetic, you inherit it or whatever. And in the wintertime, my skin gets a little extra dry, even on my scalp. So I tried red light therapy, not as a mood enhancer, but really just for like some psoriasis damage control. And oddly enough, it did not do anything at all for my psoriasis, even though if you look at red light therapy, it specifically says for people with psoriasis.
Yeah.
Didn't do spit. But as far as like just walking out of there and the rest of the day feeling just a little more chipper.
Yeah.
Kind of like you spent the weekend on a float trip and now you feel good because you got lots of sunlight. That works.
Yeah.
That works.
Another one is it's probably the easiest for anyone to do is go get some vitamin D from
I take a lot of vitamin D.
Yeah. Go get your vitamin D from Walmart, wherever.
Yeah. It would freak people out if I said how much vitamin D I take.
But
it's a lot.
That is probably the most efficient vitamin in the entire United States.
Totally
agree. As humans, we're naturally outdoors. We're naturally movers.
Yep.
We're naturally pushing stuff around. We're lifting things. We're cooking things. We're doing all these things.
We're meant to be doers.
And we don't do that often anymore. So one of the biggest things that we miss out on is that sunlight, that all day sunlight. Vitamin D is if you're not taking a vitamin D supplement, I think you're missing out a little bit.
Yeah. So one thing that I'm going to do starting next week on Monday is I am not only making in my terms, a historic shift in my fitness routine. Because I've just decided in 2022, I'm going to implement some fitness goals that are something I want to do, and just for my own self gratification and fulfillment. But I'm going so far as I'm actually changing gyms.
Interesting.
Like I'm completely changing my environment, And I like not, I mean, dude, I go to Club Fitness Arnold, Fenton, Belleville, O'Fallon Mo one
Mhm.
time, O'Fallon, Illinois, Maplewood, Ellisville, and used to be like I've been to like 8 or 9
Of their locations.
Yeah, I mean they're all great locations. It's all the same stuff, relatively the same type of people. But I need a non-commercial gym
atmosphere.
Yeah, I just know that if I get into like a more serious gym,
Mhm.
and then and just put myself in that culture, for 6 months,
Mhm.
or whatever, I know it will have a radical change for me.
I just came up on 1 year at a gym like that,
Mhm.
and the exponential growth from just starting there
Mhm.
versus just doing your own thing at a commercial gym like Club Fitness,
Yeah.
leaps and bounds. I still have those memberships for the odd days where I can't make it into those other gyms, or
Yeah.
I use the saunas there. I'll do some like little things there every now and then when I don't have time for other things.
Yeah.
But if you're really serious about kicking the winter blues,
Mhm.
finding a culture or a gym that is beyond that commercial level
Mhm.
will do you some good.
Yeah.
For sure.
So here's a total. I actually just thought, like, you and I have some notes, but I actually just thought of this. If you are, if you're kind of a lone wolf,
Mhm.
like me, probably a really healthy choice, a good life choice,
Mhm.
to make sure that you're connected to your friend group, your friend or your friend groups. Especially like, well, okay, so for me, I'm single, like Valentine's Day, and I'm going to play a stereotype here, but like Valentine's Day, if you're single, kind of sucks.
Yeah. Mhm.
But so in that case, like get some friends and plan something.
And
Don't
do
just
something, yeah.
like, you got to plan. Like, let's be real. Like Valentine's Day weekend, you got to plan something.
Mhm.
There's no winging it. You got to get ahead of the curve. Places will be packed, especially if you're going to travel or whatever, which is a great idea.
Yeah.
What else?
One thing on that, there are some people that would say, "Oh, I'm an introvert, so I don't," what
I love introverts.
what I
They're
would
my
say
favorite.
if you want to say, because I am an introvert,
Yes, you are.
the
And I'm definitely
the
not.
the positive, every introvert and extrovert gets positivity out of personal
Totally
interaction.
agree.
One
Totally
of
agree.
maybe for me it depletes me a little bit more. Maybe for me it's not the same type of but you're going to get something out of it. So don't use that in it. That excuse does not exist in
I
my
agree,
opinion.
especially if it's your friend group, like people you know.
I don't believe you get an excuse on that in personal.
High five, man.
And then lastly, I do think one of the biggest things you can do is just start eating, like, eat whole foods.
Yes.
Not Whole Foods, the grocery store. I'm talking take the processed foods out of your diet as much as possible. Start eating cleaner, healthy chicken, beef, rice, vegetables, fruits. If you do want something that's processed, to go for like a healthier version of bread, things like that are not processed. No more Chips Ahoy, no more Reese's Puffs in the morning, no more just all these
no Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, all these,
damn it,
all these
I'm out.
Yeah,
I quit.
all of these processed, frankly, crap that's on our grocery store shelves.
Yeah.
That is sucking your mood from you every time you put it in your body.
And you want to know what else?
What?
So basically what you just said was processed foods and high starch, high sugar. Alcohol.
Ooh, huge depressant.
I will be the first in line to say, in the wintertime, Like when it gets dark earlier
Mhm.
and right, you're not cutting the grass, you're not landscaping, you're not going to ball games.
Yeah.
And, like it can be 5 o'clock
Mhm.
or 7 o'clock. And it's like, well, I'm done today. Guess I'll have a drink. And look, I've got nothing against having a glass of wine or a cocktail or like that's all fine. But like, let's talk literal. And I'm going to put people on the spot here, and I can do it because I'm talking to me too. If you have two double, basically, if you have 4 cocktails
Mhm.
on a Friday night, high five, right? It's Friday night. If you do that every day of the week and start at noon on Saturday, you're going to have issues. There's no workout, no amount of sunlight. There's no other activity that will displace that. It just won't.
So I'm going to go on a little bit of a nerd tangent here,
Do
but
it.
so people ask me about this all the time. I wear this device. It's called a Whoop, and
Mhm.
basically it tracks the strain you put on your body on a daily basis, the sleep, and
oh my gosh, I'd probably break that thing if I wore it.
and the recovery that you have during the day. So one of the biggest things that they talk about, like when people are wanting to perform at a higher level, the first thing they ask is, how much alcohol are you drinking? Because alcohol is the number one thing that affects, or one of the biggest things that people do on a regular basis, that affects the quality of your sleep. So the quality of your sleep and the recovery process that happens at night is alcohol is one of the biggest things that is going to decrease the overall recovery and the overall quality of your sleep. So if you're drinking consistently and you're going to sleep and you're waking up the next morning and you feel groggy, you feel crappy, all these different things, I promise you, if you look at the alcohol and you take the alcohol out, that is going to give you a 25 to 30% increase in the quality of your sleep that night.
Well, think about this. I'm not for or against 75 hard. And if I was going to lean in one direction, I would say do it.
Yeah.
If you feel stuck in a rut, winter blues, depression, hate your life, hate your wife, hate your your kids, hate anything.
75 hard is a great reset.
It's a reset.
Yeah.
Yeah. And zero alcohol. And on that note, January, New Year's resolutions, people want to lose weight, etc. I have seen people, like I've actually seen people that have done 75 hard and I didn't know it. And I saw them, didn't even recognize them.
Completely different people. Yeah.
Did not even recognize this guy. He came up to me and he's like, "Hey dude, what's up?" And I'm like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah.
It was like 40 pounds.
Yeah. And the other part of the program is 2 workouts a day. If you're going to plan on doing 2 workouts a day, if you're going to plan on working a full job, having children, having multiple other outside activities, having all these different things, having, maybe even a side hustle, add that all up. If you're drinking alcohol and your sleep is 10% worse that night, the performance level that you have the next day is half.
Oh, I totally agree.
You're a completely different human.
Yeah, totally.
So
did we beat this horse to death?
Yeah, well,
winter blues, sad.
Sorry about the audio issues we had today.
I actually think it's kind of funny because
people
are used to seeing us on here like in perfect form all the time.
Yeah,
like
and then
saluting, ready to know what we're going to say. And so I don't know. We threw him a curveball today. It'll be funny.
All right. And there's still several people watching.
Still some people watching, which is so I haven't bored everybody yet.
All right. Well, you want to sign it off?
Yeah, I'll sign it off. So this will be our this will be our last broadcast for January. And I thought that this was a good topic. We started out this month. We talked about New Year's resolutions and the importance of why people do it and et cetera. And so now, like, we're kind of through the month, and I thought this was a really good topic, and I just wanted to be transparent for me, and share, right? Be a little vulnerable, share a little slice of my life with everybody that I know, and say it's okay, right? If you're, feeling less than your best, you really just have to raise your own hand, right? Have your own man in the mirror moment, woman, and really just get your shit together and make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And we've given y'all some things to think about that we do,
Mm-hmm.
and that others have done. And we're going to sign it off, slide into February next week. I can't believe it. And I guess next month it'll be all about love.
Yeah. Well, and here's also hoping.
Love, Ian.
Here's also the hope.
I'll let you do all the talking.
No, here's
I'm a hot mess.
No, here's the hoping that Donna can join us.
Oh,
yeah,
Donna
has
that poor girl.
Yeah, she's not feeling
good. I hope she's watching right now.
Yeah.
I love her so much. That poor thing. She just can't get a break.
All right.
Peace out.